Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. So this video is from the Officer Tatum and it's titled Kevin O. Leary drops truth bomb on CNN panel panicking over DOGE. You guys, I'm excited for this, and without much ado, let's see what this is all about.
Cut everything, because if you don't see what they're doing and they can't show you that they're adding value, you whack.
Because I'm reading what the individuals from Kansas City have been saying, that they're very concerned.
What do you think they're going to say when they're going to get whacked?
Of course they're going to say that, but my point is, do we think that's smart to live in an American city just go under?
How many American cities need a massively oversized federal government to stay afloat? I mean, isn't that said more about the city than the government?
I want to go to the clip of Kevin O'Leary, because I thought he had a pretty interesting take on this clip that we have him and Scott Jennings about DOGE. And I know DOGE is a perpetuation and a continuation of verbiage that we're talking about, but I think that it's prevalent. It's necessary. We're going to keep talking about this, and we need to combat the lies, because they're out here saying that planes are crashing because DOGE is firing people, and they're not giving the full context in reality, not even an iota of it. Roll the clip.
Isn't there already a shortage at the FAA? Why do this now, especially considering what's happened in the States? And now, of course, you have this other incident and a few others.
Yeah, well, this one happened in Canada, but
yes.
I mean, I can only tell you what the Secretary of Transportation says. There are 45,000 employees at the FAA. We're talking about fewer than 400 people, and he says 0 air traffic controllers and critical safety personnel were let go. So if that's true, I don't really have a problem with it, to be honest with you. I do like the idea of keeping the people who are in the direct chain of command of safety and the air traffic control system and so on and so forth. But I have a hard time believing that there is a single government agency that doesn't have a bloat of administrative personnel that we could probably do without. And I think that's why a lot of voters are happy that Donald Trump and Elon Musk are finally going through the federal government and trying to take out some of this bureaucracy that we probably just don't need. So I'm reading to you what Sean Duffy says. He's the Secretary of the Transportation. I have no reason to doubt his numbers.
Karen, when you hear this, I mean, look, Americans are concerned about bloat in the federal government. They have been for a very long time. What do you make of how it's been meted out?
So the concern that I think a lot of Americans have, we can all agree there's bloat. We can all agree that we need to deal with that. At the same time, what we're seeing is speed for the sake of creating momentum, to create a sense of things are happening. At the same time, look what happened Friday. We had nuclear scientists fired, and then they said, oops, we need those people because they have a technical skill that nobody else has. So the problem that I have with the way they're doing it is, and I went to the DOGE website to see if they would say anything about, look, we are conducting this process to make sure we don't harm American safety, their health, or take money out of their wallets. They don't say that. And they don't need to say that. Finding out the consequences and the impact of some of these things. If you're a doctor for the VA in the Midwest and you're told you're going to be fired, or you're waiting for this court to play out, what are you supposed to do with your client the veteran who's got PTSD? Are you trying to find them someone else to go see because you're not sure if you're going to be there in 2 weeks? Or are you assuming you'll be spared because someone will figure out that it's probably not smart to get rid of doctors who are at the VA who may be working on a critical function? So that's the concern. I think this could have been done with a lot more thoughtfulness about how do we protect people's safety. Even if you said, look, we're going to take 2 weeks at each agency and try to do some kind of rubric to make an assessment, not putting it into an AI system, by the way, which is some of what we've read that they've done. And I think what we're going to find is a number of these oops moments that could be dangerous.
Kevin, the optics of this is what you're referring to.
I think the issue is they're not whacking enough. There's this concept in private equity, when you get a bankrupt company and you go in there, you cut 20% more than your initial read. And then you find, like a pool of mercury, the organization gels back together again. Always cut deeper, harder when there's fat and waste. The FAA, it's not the people. The code is cobalt. It's from the 60s. It needs CapEx put into it for the technology to be upgraded to make it safer. Fat like a chicken. All of these agencies are like big fat chickens dripping over barbecues of fat. This is the best barbecue I've ever seen, but I don't think it's happening fast enough, cutting enough. Keep slashing, keep hacking while you have a 24-month mandate before the midterms. Cut, more cutting. Believe me, it's going to work out just great. Everybody should be happy
Even people with the nuclear codes, cut them too?
Cut everything. Because if you don't see what they're doing and they can't show you that they're adding value, you whack.
You guys, what are your thoughts on this video? I love what the Department of Government Efficiency is doing by cutting out the bad eggs. They should keep cutting because that is what a new administration does. And I keep saying it, when you get a job based on skin color instead of merit, a time will come when you will be weeded out. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with Kevin O. Leary on this particular one? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below and let's continue watching, you guys.
It's not clear that they're even asking people to show us what you're doing. Again, this was a story Friday, and literally Elon said, oops, we gotta rehire them because nobody knows how to do what these people know how to do.
Yeah, the nuclear thing. Okay, gets it wrong once in a while. Big deal. So what?
I agree with that.
That's 10% of the time.
It's okay. I actually think it's okay if they run into a stumble here or there because the project is so massive. The need to cut is so massive. The government is so massive. It's inconceivable that you wouldn't make a mistake here or there. But I think that's acceptable if the greater goal is achieved, which is a smaller government, more efficient government, trim the fat.
Even if someone dies, or even if someone, because
Are you alleging that someone has died from?
We don't know. I'm talking about when the rubber meets the road. I'm talking about, for example, Kansas City, 30,000 government employees might be laid off. It will destroy the economy of Kansas City. That's okay.
Why do you say that?
Because I'm reading what the individuals from Kansas City have been saying, that they're very concerned.
What do you think they're going to say when they're going to get whacked?
Of course they're going to say that. But my point is, do we think that's smart to live in an American city just go under?
How many American cities need a massively oversized federal government to stay afloat? I mean, isn't that said more about the city than the government?
But when did we get to the point where presidents are measuring themselves by how many people out of work instead of how many people they get jobs
Not a moment too soon.
Yeah,
this
is crazy. This is
because the government only ever gets
big
bigger,
fat chickens, hopefully they lay some eggs and maybe then we can afford it.
These people are so silly. It's crazy to me. Cutting people, firing people is a part of the game, especially when let me just put it in perspective. When the head coach is hired in football, I don't know how they do in basketball. I'm assuming it's all the same. When a head coach is hired to take over the University of Arizona, he goes through and fires everybody from that the old coach had in place, unless there's strategic people that have proven year in and year out that they're irreplaceable. He fires them, bring his own people in. That's what you do. If you acquire a company, you do an evaluation and say, I'm acquiring this company. I want to cut spending by 72%. You're going to acquire the company and fire everybody that is in that realm of 72% or whatever the case may be, and you're going to keep the people that are in there. Then you will reassess after making that evaluation how many people I want to bring back, and the people that I'm bringing back are the people that are my people. Therefore, they're trained, they're in the culture, everything is the way I want it. That's how you do it. You go into the government, the American people had a mandate to say cut government spending. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at it and say, what are 400 people doing right here? Absolutely nothing. Are they needed? No. Okay, cut these people, they're on probation. Therefore, they're not entitled to any benefits or anything. They're let go. Here's the thing. You can't be afraid to cut people because they're going to be unemployed. Everybody's taking a risk out here. I'm taking a risk. Am I protected by the government? No, if this stuff go under, it's all on me. So you being afraid of losing your job is no different than me losing my job. You may be subject to losing your job at some point. I don't know why they feel like that the government can't cut people's jobs. 30,000 people are going to be, well, too bad. That's too bad. When these companies go under, when companies go belly up, bankrupt, they get acquired, people lose their job. Whole slew. What are y'all saying? When Elon Musk took over X, Twitter, a whole bunch of people lost their, and they still good. The country didn't end. Silicon Valley didn't go out of business. California didn't go more bankrupt than they are. People just lost their job. They get another job. You have a skill, go work somewhere else. All right. I like that clip. That was one of my favorites. Is there more to it? That was it. I like that clip. I think that was a little bit of reality check.
You guys, that was such an interesting one from the officer Tatum. I don't know why the media is suddenly concerned now that the Department of Government Efficiency is gradually weeding the bad eggs out. But when the Democrats were employing them, the mainstream media or the media wasn't concerned at all. I think the people who merit this job should be allowed to fill in the positions as the bad eggs leave gradually. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below, because the more the Department of Government Efficiency keep weeding these bad eggs out, they are helping to save the government funds. And let me know what your thoughts are on this particular one. Leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.